Welcome to this video, dear learners. In this video, we'll be answering this paper 1 mathematics, which was written in 2022 November. So the paper is exactly 2 hours, and in these 2 hours, you need to solve and answer each and every question in this paper. Okay, so without wasting much time, if you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. Like, share and comment on the video so that you can be getting notifications each time we post such videos. So we'll be writing our solutions on this piece of paper. So the first question here, you can see it says evaluate 3 over 2 in brackets raised to the power negative 2. Okay, so I'm just going to write the question here. So that is question 1. Evaluate that is 3 over 2 in brackets raised to the power negative what? Negative 2. Okay, so now here we're going to apply the property of indices, and the property that we're going to apply is this one. So each time you are given a question like this, anything raised to the power something that is a negative. Okay, so in this case, what you're trying to say is, if you've got a here raised to the power negative b, we need to get rid of the negative first. Okay, and getting rid of the negative, this will be like this. You're going to introduce 1. Okay, then you put the sign of division there, so that will be 1 over a, and then the sign now changes. Okay, so this is how you get rid of the negative power. Okay, so we're going to apply the same thing here. So now we're going to say that this will be 1. Okay, we introduce 1 to get rid of this sign. So once you introduce 1 here, you are just getting rid of the negative. You are not changing anything, you're just getting rid of the negative here. So you're going to write the same thing, exact same thing, but with a positive now. Okay, the positive power. So you've gotten rid of the negative using this what? This property of what? Of indices. So then this now, it's going to be 1 over, now here, what this simply means, when something is raised to the power 2 and it's a fraction inside, okay, you apply the fraction separately on both numbers. Okay, so this is the same as 3 squared over 2 squared. Okay, and then you are going to write it as 1 over 3 squared, that is 9, over 2 squared, that is what? 4. When it's like this, you're going to write the first part here alone. Okay, you're going to write 1 over 9. Then this division sign, before you write the 4, you write it like this, and then the 4 there comes. Okay, you're almost done. Here now you just apply property of fractions. You put this one over 1. This is now going to be 1 over 9. Now remember, when you have a division sign, it changes to multiplication sign. Then this they swap. Okay, the 1 goes up and the 4 comes down. Okay, and then you're going to say 1 times 1, that is 1 over 9 by 4. You get what? 36. Okay, and this is your final answer. Okay, so that's how we solve this question. Nice. So this question came in 2022 November. Okay, so the next question here says, factorize completely 2ax plus 4ay minus 3bx minus 6by. Okay, so I'm just going to write the question here. Okay, so we have this question: 2ax plus 4ay minus 3bx minus 6by. So the question here is asking you to do what? To simply factorize completely. Now, when you're factorizing such type of equation, okay, this is question number 2. When you're factorizing such type of equation, what you're going to do here, we say we factorize by grouping, okay? Factorize by what? By grouping, okay? Factorize by grouping, okay? So we're going to group this first part and this other part. So we factorize them separately. This one alone and this one alone. So factorizing, you're just looking at what is common, okay? So you're looking at this term here, what is common and what is common there. So what is common here, you can see that A happens to be common. It's found there and there. So you factor it outside, okay? A is found, so that's how you factorize. A is common here. But then you notice also that the numbers, they can go into each other. What I mean is that 2 can go into 4 without a remainder. And because 2 can go into 4 without leaving a remainder, you factor out the 2 as well, okay? There's nothing else that we can factor out here. So you open the brackets. So in the first term here, we've removed 2 and A are outside. So we remain with X. So you write X there. Then in this other term, we've removed A, okay? We're going to say plus. We have removed A is outside, but 2 into 4, you get what? 2y. Y wasn't there, so y will remain, okay? And this side you factorized, okay? Then this side again, you're going to factorize the negative and the negative. This is something common, you put it here. What else is common here? You notice that B is found on both, okay? Also 3 can go into 6, so you put 3 and B, okay? This is what you factored out. Okay, so here on the first part, we've removed the negative is there, the 3 is there, and the B is there. You remain with what? X. Okay. Then on the other one here, negative into this negative will give you a positive. Then 3 into 6, it will give you 2. The B is already outside, so you remain with what? Y. Okay. And when you are factorizing like this, how do you tell whether you're doing the correct things? This thing inside the brackets is always the same way. So then now you're going to group the ones that are outside together. It's going to be 2a minus 3b. Put it in brackets. Then here, these ones are the same. So you're just going to pick one. It's going to be x plus 2y. And this here is our answer, okay? That is the answer, okay? Question number 3. The question says, simplify 3 in brackets 4x minus 5 plus 2. Okay, let's just write the question. Question number 3. Question number 3 here says 3 in brackets 4x minus 5 plus what? Plus 2. Okay, so what we do here, we apply the order of operation which we call BODMAS. Okay, this is an order of operation. So it simply means brackets open first, open the brackets first, and then division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So how do you open the brackets? You multiply the number outside the brackets with everything in the brackets. So this is going to be 3 times 4x. This will give us 12x. Then 3 times 5, that will be negative 15. We've opened the brackets, then plus 2. So the next thing is supposed to be division, but we do not have division here, so we'll skip. We go to multiplication. Again, we do not have multiplication here, we skip, so we go to addition. Okay, we're going to add. Now here we notice that this is another term, but these two terms are the same. We can add. So it's going to be 12x. Okay, 12x negative 15 plus 2. This will give us negative what? 13. Why is this negative 13? Whenever you have two different signs. This one is a negative, this one is a positive. Subtract the numbers. So what I simply did was subtract the numbers. 15 minus 2, this gives me 13. Now why is it a negative? You get the sign from the bigger number. So between negative 15 and 2, so you find that 15 is bigger than 2, so and it's carrying a negative sign. That's why the 13 has carried that negative negative sign, and this is your answer here. Okay, this is our answer. Okay, so we move further. We go to question 4. Okay, let's go to question what? Question 4. So now moving on to question 4. Moving on to question 4. Question 4 says solve the equation. Okay. 4y squared minus 8y is equal to 8. We solve this equation. So how can we solve this equation? So we notice that this equation, sorry, it's equal to 0, not 8. Okay, it's equal to 0. So this one is equal to 0. So it looks a bit like a quadratic, but it does not satisfy, because the quadratic, it must be in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now this one does not satisfy because there's no c. You don't have a constant here. Okay, so we can solve this one like this. We factorize first. Okay, so here let's factorize first. When you factorize here, what is common? 4y is common. Then what remains here? You have 1y will remain minus what? 8 equal to 0. So in such a way that when you multiply this, you should go back to this. 4y times y squared times y to be 4y squared. 4y times 8, sorry, this one is supposed to be 2. Yeah, okay, wonderful. So it's good to proof check. This one's supposed to be 2 because 4 into 8 is 2y. So 4y times 2, it is simply 2. Okay, so when it's like this, now you just separate them, this one and this one. So you're going to get 4y is equal to 0, or y minus 2 is equal to what? 0. So divide by 4 this side, divide by 4, you get y is equal to 0, or here the 2 can go this side. It's going to be y is equal to what? 2, and we have solved this equation. Okay, we have solved this equation. So question 5 says shade A union B complement intersect C on the diagram in the space below. Okay, you write it here. So shade A union B complement, then intersection C. Okay, you need to shade this. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So here the important thing is to notice your complement. Now what does this complement mean? Okay, so the complement here simply means do not shade B. Okay, so whenever you see a complement, it tells you that do not shade. It's a restriction. So do not include B, don't shade B. So by whatever means necessary, we should avoid shading B. And B is actually, let me put it in red so that we can see. It's danger here. Don't shade anything inside here. Okay, don't shade B because it has a complement. That's what the complement means. Do not shade it. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to shade A, but making sure that we are avoiding B. Okay, so we haven't shaded BI. Then it says intersection C. Where is intersections? Intersection C is here, but again make sure you avoid B. Okay, and that is our our answer. Okay, very simple and straightforward if you just follow the instructions that we are given. Okay, so now we are on question number 6. Question number 6 says a company declared a dividend of 2 kwacha 75 per share. A businessman invested 560 shares in the company. How much did he get? Okay, so we do this. The dividend per share is 2 kwacha 75 ngwe. Now this businessman has invested 560 shares. So now if per share, meaning 1, is equal to this amount, what about the 560 that was invested by this businessman? You put x here, okay, and you cross multiply 1 times x, this is x is equal to, here you multiply 560 multiplied by 2.7 okay. Now multiplying here, what we do when we're looking at this is paper 1 and there is no usage of calculator, so you need to show your working that you know how to multiply. So multiply like this. 0 times 5, that is 0. 5 by 6, that is 30. So you write 0 carry 3. 5 by 5, that is 25. 25 plus 3, you get 28. You put a 0, you start this one, 0. 7 by 6, that is 42. So you put 2 carry 4. 7 by 5, that is 35. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So you put 9 carry 3. Okay. Then now let's see, what did we do? Okay, we said 0, then this, that, what carry 4, 35, so it's supposed to be 39. You write it in 4 here because 35, 36, 39. Then you put 2 zeros now here on this one. This time times this one, 0, that will be 12, carry 1, that will be 10, 11. Okay, so we have this. Then we add 0, 0, 0, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that will be 3, carry 1. We have 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so we get this. I hope we've calculated properly without mistakes. How many decimal places? 1, 2. You move the decimal places like this. So the answer here is 1005.30.00. Okay, this is in kwacha. Okay, so you can do this again. The one I was multiplying, I might have made a mistake somewhere. Okay, let's go through everything together. 5 by 0, 0, 30, 0 carry 3, 25, 28 plus that one. Then you put a 0 here. You went 0, 42, so 2 carry 4. That was 35 plus 4, 39. We're just okay. Put 2 zeros here. 0, 12, 2 carry 1, 10, 11. Okay, and then we added there 0, 0 there. 0 carry 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus that one. Here, yeah, we made a miss. Let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 plus, so supposed to be 4 here. Okay, wonderful. Okay, and then the rest is okay. So x is equal to k 1, 5, 4. Okay, kwacha. All right, so that's how you answer these questions on question 1 up to 6. Okay, so now we go to question 7. Okay, so question 7 reads, given that 2, -1, and 4 are, okay, they are consecutive terms. Okay, So you have 2, -1, and then 4. So these are consecutive terms of an AP. Okay, find the common difference. Okay, so when we look at this, how do we find the common difference? So the common difference is given by this formula, term number 2 minus term number 1. Okay, this will give us D, common difference. So this will be term number 1, this will be term number 2, this will be term number 3. Okay, so term number 2 here is -1. Okay, minus term number 1 is 2, and what do we get here? We get negative what? 3. Okay, we get -3. Okay, so we try if that works. 2 minus 3, this will give us -1. Okay, to give us negative what? 1. This one has worked. That's -1 minus 3. This one will give us, how do we have 4 there? Okay, so let's say our common difference here is negative what? 3. -3. Then find the formula for the nth term. Okay, so the formula for the nth term, we use this, we are going to use this formula. Okay, so for question B, we're going to say nth term Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 then Di. Okay, so here A is the first term, and the first term, it was 2. So A is 2 there. Okay, so we're just going to say that 2 plus n minus 1, the common difference here we found is -3. Okay, then this will be 2 plus -3 times n. You multiply now here this number with everything in the brackets. -3 times n, that will give us -3. Okay, -3 times -1, that will be +3. Okay, sorry, here it's supposed there's an n there. Okay, -3 times -3n. Then we do this 2. So now positive and negative. Here you have -3n, positive, that will be +3. Okay, then when it's like this now, you can group the like terms. 2 plus 3 minus 3n. Okay, then this will be actually 5 minus what? 3n, and that is the formula for the nth term. Okay, that is the formula for the nth term. Okay, so we're on question 8 now. It says the probability that a boy will be late for school on any particular day is x. Find in terms of x the probability that he will not be late. Okay, so question 8. So probability for being late. Okay, the probability for that the boy will be late, we're told it is x. Okay, then find the probability that he will not be late. So probability not late, we need to find this probability in terms of x. Okay, so write our formula. So probability of being late plus probability of not being late must be equal to 1. Okay, so what is the probability of being late? It is x, so we're going to put x here, plus probability not being late is equal to 1. So to make the subject of the formula this, you take the x this side, so it's going to be probability not being late will be equal to 1 minus what? Xi, and you are done. Okay, and you are done. Okay, that's the answer to this question. question B. Okay, let's look at question B. It says the vector. Okay, so question B says the vector RS, okay, is equal to -4 and 5. Given that the coordinates of point S are 1, 2, okay, point S has the coordinate 1, 2. Then find the coordinates of R, okay, find the coordinates of R. So we're looking for the X, okay, so for R, we're looking for its X value and its Y value. Okay, so let's see how we can do this one. All right, so what we're going to do, the probability, the vector RS, okay, so we're going to say vector RS is simply equal to what? Vector R plus vector S, okay, when you use addition, okay. So this vector has been given there, it's -4, 5. The vector here we don't have y, so we're just going to put x and y plus s. So we write this in vector form, it is 1 and 2, okay, like this, okay. So now to find this, we can just take this one this side, so it's going to be -4, 5 minus this vector 1, 2 is equal to the vector x, y, okay, which is r, okay, which is the vector r. So here we're going to write it now as -4 minus 1, then 5 minus 2 is equal to the vector x, y, okay. The -4 minus 1, that will be -5. 5 minus 2, that is 3, okay. So in other words, x is equal to -5, y is equal to what? 3. Then we write hence, or therefore, the vector r, the coordinates is -5, 3, okay, -5, 3. That's how it ends, this one, okay. Okay, so we're on question 9. So question 9 says the matrix M is 1, 2, 5, 7, and the matrix N is 0, that and that. Find MT, okay, MT. So this one, the T there on top, it's called the transpose, okay, okay, it's called the transpose. So find the transpose of matrix M, that's what it means. So matrix M is given by 1, 2, 5, 7. So to find MT, this is a row, you just make it a column. This is a row also, you make it a column, and you're done. Nice. So you just exchange the row will become the column. Okay, this is a row, you just make it like this, column, and you're done with this. And question B, let's do it from here. All right, so question B, we are going to do it like this. So we have NM, okay. So simply means we multiply, okay, the two matrices. So when you have NM, simply means that you multiply these two matrices, okay. So the matrix N is given by 0, 1, 2, 0 times the matrix M is given by 1, 2, 5 7. Okay, so now we're going to multiply this, and we multiply row by what? By column. Okay, so there's a video I made that explains how to multiply the row by the column. If you won't be clear, you can just watch some of my videos on my YouTube channel. Okay, some of my previous videos. So multiply a row by column. Right? Okay, so this is row number 1, this is another row. Okay, so on the first matrix we multiply this row and this column. Okay, so this is a column here, so this one times this one, and then this one times this one. Okay, so show what we are doing. 0 times 1, put it in brackets, then when going to 0 by 1, then when going to this one you add, you just put a plus. 1 by 2, so you multiply this row and this column, then you multiply again this row by the next column, you leave a space, okay, to show that you're going to the next column. So 0 by 5, write 0 by 5, then 1 by 7, you add 1 by 7. Okay, so you've multiplied this row and this one here, this row and this column there. Then now you go to the row which is down, so you're going to write this down, this row and the first, so this row and the first column. So 2 by 1, you write 2 by 1 plus 0 by 2, 0 by 2. Then you go to the next one, 2 by 5, right, then plus 0 by 7. Okay, so now that you've done this, you go down, finish it off. So 0 by 1, that will be 0, plus 1 by 2, that will be 2. 2 by 1, that is 2, plus 0 by, that is 0. That is 0 by 5, that is 0, plus 1 by 7, that is 7. 2 by 10, so 2 by 5, that is 10, plus there 0. Okay, and then here 0 plus 2, that will be 2. 2 plus 0, that will be 2. 0 by 7, that will be 7. 10, that will be 10, and you are good to go. Okay, that's how we answer this question right here. So now we are on question number 10. So question number 10 says, given that the universal set is given by 1 3 5 7 9 11, x is given by 1 5 9, and y is given by 3 9 11, list x intersection y. Okay, so we list x, okay, intersection y. Okay, I don't know whether that's a complement, or I'm not sure. Should be, yeah, it should be a complement here. Should be, this was a complement. Okay, so x, the set x, we list it first. It is 1 5 9. Then y complement, we just list numbers not found in y. So you list everything except 3 9 and 11. So you're going to list everything in the universal. 1 5 7, we skip 9 and 11, so we are only left with these. Okay, so meaning the intersection here will be 1 and 5. Okay, 1 and 5. Okay, so just a quick one, we made a mistake here. 0 by 1, it is 1. Okay, it is 1, so here it's supposed to be 1. All right, okay, I'm sure you noticed that. Okay, all right, so now we go to question B, which is transformation. So still question 10. So the diagram below shows two triangles A and B. These are the two triangles. Describe fully a single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. So these two triangles, you can see they are facing each other. Okay, So this triangle is facing this one. Okay, you can see. So this is what we call a reflection. Okay, so we call this a reflection. Okay, the mirror line, or the mirror line. The mirror line would be this one. Y is equal to 2. The mirror line y is equal to 2. Okay, and you are done with this. Okay, very simple. The transformation comes very simple in paper 1. Okay, let's go now to question 11, which is very nice question. Okay, which will require us to do some things. So in the diagram, you have points A, B, C. So AB lies on 60 degrees, while C is on 30 degrees. So you're told the local time at A is 10 hours when it is 13 at B. Find the difference in the longitude. Okay, so you're going to write A. Okay, you are going to write A like this. A, it's on what? A, it's on 60 degrees north, and B is on. Okay, so here the question wants us to find the difference in longitude. So we don't know the difference in the longitude because we are not given the longitudes here. We're just given the latitudes, but we need to find the difference here. So for us to find the difference here, let us first find so we need to find two things here. Okay, difference in degrees, okay, or difference in longitudes, which we don't have the longitudes. So we're going to find first, find difference in time. What's the difference in time? A, it's 10 hours. B is 13 hours. So what's the difference in time here? So subtract 13 hours, okay, minus 10 hours, okay. What do we get? 0, 0, 3. So there is a difference actually of 3 hours, okay. So between these two, there's a difference of 3 hours. So convert these 3 hours into degrees. So we say 1 hour is equal to 15 degrees. Then what about 3 hours? Will be equal to how many degrees? We put x. So x is equal to 15 by 3. So it's going to be 15 by 3. 3 by 5, that is 15. So 5 carry 1. This is 3 by 1, so that is 45. So 45 degrees. So now that we found the difference, so meaning this is the difference in what? Degrees. Okay, that's what the question wants here. Find the difference in longitude between point A and B. So we're going to say, therefore, the difference in longitude is 45 degrees. Okay. Then the other question says, a plane flew from point B to point C at a speed of 600 knots. How long did the plane take? How long did the plane take? Okay, so a plane flew from point B to point C. So let's look at where this thing is. So a plane is flying from point B to point what? C. Okay. So now our job is to find how long it takes to move from there to there. So here we know from our famous formula, speed is equals to distance over time. Okay, we can do this. We say distance is equals to speed times time, then divide by s, so time will be equal to distance over speed. Okay, time will be equal to distance over speed. So let's look at what the question is saying. So a plane flew from point B to C at a speed. This is a speed, but then we don't have the distance. Okay, We don't have the distance. So the distance, we're going to calculate it here. So the distance is from B to C. Okay, it's from B to C. Okay, the distance from B to C. Okay, so now this distance here, we can find it using this simple formula, theta by 60. Okay, then this will be 90 by 60. What do we get? 9 by 6, that will be 54. Okay, so we get 54. The speed is 6. So cancel that and that. This will give us 9 hours. Okay, to give us 9 hours. Okay, that's how we can find for this one. Yeah, short. Okay, so let's go to question 12. Go to question 12. So question 12 says find the gradient of a line passing through those points. Okay, so question 12a, you've been given the points A, that is 4, comma negative 6, and then B, that is 2, comma 4. So what we do here, we just make these this will be x1, y1, this will be x2 and y2. The formula for gradient m is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x what? x1. Okay, so this is going to be y2 is 4, y1 is negative 6, x2 is 2, x1 is 4. Okay, this will be 4 negative negative plus 6, 2 minus b negative 2, and you are going to get 10 over negative 2, and you get negative 5. So this is your gradient. So we say therefore the gradient is negative 5. Okay, so I hope you're also solving, as I might make a mistake. Okay, so question B now says solve the equation 2x cubed is equal to 16. It's an equation, so divide both sides by 2. You get x cubed is equal to 8. Okay, then find the cube root. Okay, finding the cube root here. So x is equal to the cube root of what? 8, of which we know the cube root is a number that you can multiply 3 times by itself to get 8. So 2 by 2 by 2. This is 4 by 2, 8. So the answer is 2. Okay, so that's how you answer this one. Okay, I hope I wasn't too fast. Okay, so first thing we did was just to divide both sides by 2. You get x cubed 8. Then you cube root on both sides, and you are going to get the value 2. Okay, so we have question 13. In the following diagram, AB and AC are tangents. Wonderful. AB and AC are tangents. The center O and BE is produced, so this is a diameter. It meets here. Okay, then we have an angle BAC. The question says calculate the angle ACB. Which one is ACB? ACB. So we're trying to find this angle here. Okay, ACB. So this angle here. So you are going to apply properties. Okay, so first of all, we can tell that this angle here, there are many properties here that can help us to find the angle there. Okay, so we're finding ACB. ACB is this one. Nice. So we notice that this one and this one, they are exactly equal. So the base angles here must be the same. Okay, so the base angles must be the same. In other words, if this is x, this must also be x. Okay, so here we are going to say total sum of an angle is 180. Okay, so question A, for us to find ACB, this is what we are going to do. We are going to say 180 plus x and x, that will give us 2x. Sorry, not what I'm doing here. So 54 plus 2x is equal to 180. Okay, then we take 54 this side, so you have 2x is equal to 180 minus 54. Okay, so 2x will be equal to, so 180 minus 54, that will be 6. 180 minus 54, that will be 7. Sorry, so 2 1, so 126 divide by 2, divide by 2, so x is equal to 1 2 there, this 2 there, so 63. Okay, 63 degrees. Then we can say therefore ACB is equal to 63 degrees. So you can put reasons here. It's an isosceles triangle. Okay, isosceles triangle. Which one is the isosceles triangle here? This triangle is an isosceles, so the base angles are equal. Then the other question here is saying that find CBD. CBD. So CBD is just this angle here. Okay. So this angle here, you're going to find that if this side is 63, from the property of tangents, you know this is 90. Okay. So add 90 plus 63 minus 180. So to find CBD, so CBD we're going to say is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 63. Okay, so 180. So here what you are using, you're using supplementary angles, angles on a straight line, add up to 180. Okay, so here now you say 90 plus 63, that is 3 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Okay, so minus 153. What do we get? 180 minus 153, that will be 7 2. Okay, so this will be 27, and it makes sense because it's a very small angle here. Okay, then calculate the last one, CD. Let me see if I get that correctly. Which one is CD now? Okay, so CDB, this one's supposed to be CDB. CDB. Okay, sorry. So for us now to find CBD, what we'll do is this. CBD is this one. Okay, so now remember here we have 27 for this one. Now we need to find this one. Now remember here we said this is 63. Okay, so we are going to find, we say 180 minus 63 to be 7, 1 to be 117. So this means that this is 117. So when we add 117 plus 27, we subtract them from 180. So we say 180 minus 117 plus 27. So we add 27 here, you get 4 carry 1, 3 4. Okay, 1, so 144. So 180 minus 144. So 180 minus 144 should be 6, 7, that is 3. So you get 1 minus 1, so you get 36. So that is the answer, 36 degrees. Okay, so that's on circle theorem. A bit challenging, but once we apply the properties and critical thinking, you can get them. But if the questions are too hard in the exam, these questions are just 1 mark. Okay, you can skip them. You do the bigger questions. Okay, let's go to question 14. Okay, question 14 says the mass of a loaf of bread is 702.1 gram. Correct one decimal place. Find the lower limit, the relative error of the mass of the bread. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to find. So question 14, the formula is lower limit is equal to true value minus absolute error. So the absolute error, this one you should just memorize it. It is 0.05. Okay, that's the absolute error. So you're going to say the true value is this one, 702.1 grams minus 0.05. Okay, so now what do we get when we do this? Okay, so paper 1 we just need to solve. So 702.1, subtract this. Okay, so this will be 5 there, 0, and then this one 2. Okay, so the answer is 702.05. okay, then that's the answer for this one. The other question says relative error of the mass of bread. So we're going to say the relative error, okay, is equal to, okay, so the formula is absolute error over true value or true measurement. So absolute error, we said it is 0.05. The true value was 702.1. Okay, now here dividing this in paper 1 will be quite challenging. Okay, try to do this, you get rid of the decimal, so you have 5. So here 1 2, that would be 702.100. So it will be something like this. Then you try now to divide this. Okay, to take your time, you can leave it here if you wish to, unless you have that much time. Okay, so question 14. Now go to question 15 now. Okay, we are moving on. Okay, so question 14 says 15, sorry, two similar solids P and Q have volumes 80 cubic centimeters and 270 respectively. They are told the height of the smaller solid is 8 centimeters. Find the height of the larger solid. Okay, so what you are going to do here, you are going to say height over volume is equal to height over volume. Okay, so let's start with the height of the smaller one, which is 8, over the volume of the smaller one, which is 80. The height of the bigger one, we don't know, we just say h. The volume of the bigger thing is what? 270. Do this. To be 80h is equal to 8 times 270 divided by 80 divided by 80. Okay, then when it's like this, now you cross to cancel here. H is equal to, the 0 and the 0 can go. Okay, then 8 1 8 there 1 remain with me, so it is actually 0.7 centimeter. Okay, and you are done here. Okay, and the other question here says in the diagram below, FGH is a straight line, FG is 8, EG 10, and angle EFG is 90. Find the value of sin EGH. Sin EGH, the sign here. Right. Okay, so what we'll do here, we'll do this. We just write the diagram here. Okay, so we have something like this. Here you are given 90. Okay, this is 90 there, and then here you have E, here you have F, and this is G, this is H. So find the sign of this sign. Okay, the sign of this, find the value of sign EFG. Okay, so we're going to say sine EGH simply equal to 180 minus, okay, now we're going to use this theta here, 180 minus the theta, which is this one. Now to find this theta, we have 8 here and we've got 10 here. So basically this is the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So we are going to apply SOHCAHTOA. So you have adjacent and hypotenuse. It's which one? Cosine. Okay. So we can say cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay. Then after this, now we are going to say that theta is simply equal to cos inverse adjacent over hypotenuse. So you are going to say sine EGH is equal to 180 minus the theta here is simply cos inverse A over H. It's going to be 80 minus cos inverse A. Adjacent is 8 over 10. Okay, so I can leave it here. Okay, there's nothing you can do. You can just leave it there. Okay, so let's go to question 16, which is a good question. Y varies directly as the square of x. Okay, so you are told y varies directly as the square of x, meaning x squared, and inversely as z. Inversely as z. You are told when y is equal to 2, x is equal to 4, and z is equal to 4. So these values you are given so that you can find k, which is the constant. So step number 2, once you've done this, you introduce k. So once you introduce k, you introduce the equal sign. Okay, so k squared over z. Now k, we've just introduced it, so we need to find the value k using this. So we're told that y is equal to 2, x is equal to 4, z is equal to 24. So let's replace them. So y is equal to 2k in brackets, x is what? 4. So we say 4 squared, z is 24. Okay, so that will be 2 is equals to k 4 squared, that is 16 over 24. Put this, so we say so k 16 times this one is same as 16k is equal to 2 times 24, that will be 2 times 20, 2 times 24 over 16 over 16. So k will be equal to what? You can say 2 there 1, 2 there 8, 8 into 24, that will give us what is 8 into 24? That should be 3. Okay, 3, eh? Okay. So then after we found k, we are just now going to substitute it here because it wasn't part of the equation. So y is equal to 3x squared over z. So this is now the equation that we are going to use now to find the rest of the questions. So A says find the value for k. We've done that. So this was question A. Then B says find the value of y now. Okay, so we're going to say y is equal to 3x squared is equal over z. So y is equal to, here we're told x is 9, so 3 in brackets 9 squared over z is what? 27. Okay, so this is going to be y is equal to 3 times 9 squared. 9 squared is 81 for 27. So y is equals to 3 there 1, 3 there 9, 9 2, that will be 9. Okay, we found y. Found y. Okay, it is the 9. The other question C says values of x when y is equal to 8, and so we use the same thing. Okay, we're just going to use the same equation. Y is equal to 3x squared over z. Now we are told here that we are finding x. Now y is equal to 8, z is 6. So y is 8 while z is 6. So we cross multiply here. So 8 by 6. Okay. 8 by 6 is what? 48. So 48 is equal to 3xz over 3 over 3. So x squared is equals to 3 there 1, 3 there 1, remainder 1, 3 into 16. Okay, 16. Then you square root both sides. X is equal to what? 8. And you are good to go. Okay, we'd have solved this one. Okay, so we go to question 17. The diagram below shows a regular triangular prism. Describe the symmetry of the triangular prism. So the symmetry there is a symmetry 3. The order of rotation is just 120 degrees. Okay. So in the answer space below is incomplete program. Write the pseudocode. Okay, so we just write the pseudocode, calculating the surface area. So our formula is area is equal to pi r si. Okay, so you have the left side and the right hand side. So you are going to start any program. You begin like this, start. Okay, and then you go on enter. Now what are you entering here? You are entering what's on your right. So you're just going to enter this pi. You don't enter it because this pi is a number, so you're just going to enter r and s. So r and s. Okay, and then you are going to show formula. Area is equal to pi. So to show that you're multiplying, we use this star r star si, and then output. So you can use the word output or display. What are you displaying? What's on your left, which is A. And then you stop. And you're good to go. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, so we go to question 18. ABC is a straight line. So you have a straight line. I'll draw it like this. A, B, C. Okay. The points A and B are that and that. So point A is 2, 1. Point B is negative 6, 5. And point C, you don't know. You're just going to put X, Y. Okay. So given that B is the midpoint. So B is the midpoint. Okay. B is the midpoint. Okay. So this is question 1. We're doing question 18. Okay. Question 18. So B is the midpoint. So the question says find the coordinates of C. Yeah, we knew that we are going to find this. So we're going to write the formula for midpoint. Midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2 comma y1 plus y2 over 2. That is the formula that we use. Okay, so our midpoint here, it is negative 6 comma 5 is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2 over y1 plus y2 over 2. Okay, so now we are going to say, okay, this will be x1 and y1. Here this will make it x2 and y2. Okay, so we're going to say negative 6 comma 5 x1, it is 2 plus x2, we're just going to put x over 2 comma y1, it is 1 plus y2, we don't have, we're just going to put y over 2. Okay, so when it's like this, now you're going to group them like this. Negative 6 will be equal to this 2 plus x over 2, and then 5 will be equal to 1 plus y over 2y, because this one is the x and this one is the y. X will be equal to this one, so that you find x, y will be equal to this one, so that you find the y. Okay, so you cross multiply 2 plus x, that will be 2 plus, that will be 2 plus x is equal to negative 12. Okay, so to find x here, take the 2 this side. Okay, so x will simply be negative 2 minus 12. So x will be equal to negative 14. Okay, negative 14. This side, you do the same thing. 1 plus y is equal to this, that to give you 10. Take the 1 this side, y 10 minus 1. So y is equal to 9. Okay, so y is equal to 9. So therefore, the coordinates of C is simply negative 14 comma 9, and you are done. Okay, quite a good question, this one. Okay, it's really a good question. Okay, we go to question B. 18b. In the diagram, A or B is a sector. Okay, A or B is a sector. Center O, A or B is 70. Okay, so find the area of a sector. So here the question is simple. We're just going to write area of a sector. The formula is given by theta over 360 times pi r squared. Okay, so the theta there is 72 over 360 multiplied by the pi. We are taking this one, 22 over 7, times the radius is this one, which is actually 14 squared is the same as 14 by 14. Okay, so this is what we have. So we're going to say 7 there, 1, 7 there, it is 2y. Okay, then what we'll do is find a number that can go into 72 and 36 without leaving a remainder. Okay, so what we'll do, we're going to look for that number. Let's try 6 there, 1, remainder 1, 6 there, 6 there, 9, 6 there, 0. Okay, sorry, 6 there, it is 6, not 9, so 60 here. So we are reducing these values. Then here you are going to say 4 there, 4. So 4 can't go into this one, so let's maintain it as 16. So this is 6. 2 there, 8. 2 there 30. Okay, 2 there 4. Okay, 2 there 15. Okay, and then and what can we do now? So we have 22 times 2 by 14. Okay, so you have 22 by 2 by 14 over 15 is 22 by 28 over 15. Okay, so this one it goes on like that. What you can do, you can just multiply these two and then divide by 15. That is if you have enough time in the exam. Okay, go to question 19. Okay, it was a nice paper. Question 19. Question 19 says given that f of x is equal to, okay, so f of x is equal to 3x plus 1, g of x is equal to 4x minus 1. Find the inverse. So in finding the inverse, we are going to substitute this whole thing with y. So we're going to say let f of x be equal to y. Okay, so y will be equal to 3x plus 1. Okay, then we make x the subject of the formula. We can take the one this side. Y minus 1 is equal to 3x over 3 over 3. Therefore x is equal to y minus 1 over 3i. So once we've reached here, you can take back now. You say therefore the inverse function is, you replace x here, x minus 1 over 3. That's how we find it. Okay, and the next question says f negative 5. So we go back to this one. This one was f of x is equal to 3x plus 1. Now I find the f of negative 5. So be 3 negative 5 plus 1. So this is going to be negative 15 plus 1, and this will be negative 49. You're done. Fg of x is a good one. Fg of x. Okay, so this one, how we solve it, we write f of x first. So we're going to write f of x was what? 3x plus 1. So write 3x plus 1. Then you write f of gx, then will be 3. In place of x here, you put gx plus 1. So 3, what is g of x? It is 4x minus 1. So 4x minus 1. Remember, there is a plus 1 there. Okay, so this will give us 12x. This one minus 3, then plus 1. So you have 12x negative 2y, two different signs, and this one ends there. Okay, so the function f of g of x, you write the first one first, f of x. Then where this x there, you put g of x, and then you substitute g of x here. Then you just solve it. So you can solve any function. Okay, so we are on now question number 20. Question number 20 here says number 20 says in the diagram below, BAC is 46. AC, okay, they are equal. B, D, O, is A. Okay, calculate the bearing of A from C. Okay, so here we have something like this. You have the north there. Okay, then you have got A, C, B, then you have 46. I thought these are equal. So A from C, bearing A from C. So why it says from, that is why you put your north. So we'll put our north here. So A from C meaning we find the angle all the way, this one, okay? A going to C, okay? That's the angle that we are trying to find there, okay? So now what we'll do, first of all, to find that angle, I'm going to put it as X, So let's find this one first. How do we find that one? The whole thing here should give you 90. So you are going to say 90 minus 46. Okay, so this one is 44. Okay, now to find this one, I'm going to put it as y. Okay, so y will be equal to 180 minus 44. What this simply means that this and this, they add up to 180. Okay, so 180 minus 44 will be 136. So if this one is 136 now, if we subtract, so to find x now, x we are going to say 360 minus 136. So 360 minus 136 is 124. So 124. So we're going to say therefore bearing of A from C is equal to 124 degrees. Okay, 124 degrees. Okay, then C from B. Let's see now. C from B. So put our north here. Where it says from. Okay, going to C there. Okay. So how do we find that? So again, we can find this one first. I'll put it as P. Okay. So these two, they should add up to 180. Okay. So here what we're doing, it's this. Let me write it the way it was. Okay, it's like this. Okay, this was A, this was B, this was C, and this one was 46. So we found this to be 44, and then here we put our north. We found this to be 124. Okay, now we are putting our north here and finding this bearing. This is the from B to C. From B to C. Okay, so let's find this one first. I'll put it as P. So this and this should give you 180. P plus 124 should add up to 180. These are corresponding. These are corresponding. So we're going to say that P is equal to 180 minus 124. What do we get? 180 minus 124. Get 56. Okay, so 56 degree. Now if here is 56 degrees, what will be this whole thing? So you subtract again. So you are going to say now bearing C from B, which is this whole thing, will be 360 minus 56. So 360 minus 56, that will be 40. Let's see. Yes. Okay, 304. And that is our answer. Okay, that's our answer there for question number 20. Okay, now we go to question number 21. Question number 21 is a very good one as well. Write the four inequalities. So four inequalities. Write the four inequalities that define the region R. Okay. So what we'll do, we've got how many equations? Equation 1, equation 2, 3, and then 4. So there are four of them, the lines. So let's start with line number 4 first. So line number 4, you can see this line is dotted. It's like this. So if it's like this, it can have either this symbol or this symbol. Okay, so you notice that it is passing where? At 2. So this one is called x is equal to 2y. Okay, now which symbol is it going to carry? Look at where they shaded. So they shaded here, and going down, these numbers are less. Okay, so going down here, these are numbers which are less than 2, but we're describing the shaded region R, which is the greater numbers. So x is greater than 2. Okay, so our first inequality will simply be x is greater than 2. Okay, that will be our first inequality. Okay, so sorry, we made a mistake. Sorry, this is supposed to be y. Since it's cutting the y-axis, so it's supposed to be y is greater than 2y, not x. Okay, not x. So it's supposed to be y is greater than 2. Okay, not x. So let's look at this one, which is passing here at x. So here we notice at line 3. Okay, line number 3 is this one here. So that line is passing at x is equal to 4. X is equal to what? To 4. Okay, now they shaded this part on the, so all the numbers this side are greater than x, but since we are describing R, we will use the less than symbol. So x is less than or equal to what? To 4y. Okay, so remember our first one, this one, we said it's y is greater than what? 4. Okay, y is greater than 4. This one will be x is less than what? 4. Okay, then we are done with this. Okay, we have another one here which is passing at so number 2, line number 2, it is x is equal to negative 2y, and they shaded the numbers which are less, but since we are describing this, we use the greater than symbol. X is greater than or equal to what? Negative 2. Okay, the numbers which were shaded are less than 2, so we've used the greater than symbol because R is falls on the numbers greater than what? 2y. Okay, then the last one is this one. Okay, so this one it's passing at 6. Okay, so this point here is 0, 0.6, 0, 0.6. Then this point here is the 8, 0. Okay, 8, 0. So you're going to have x1, y1, x2, and y2. So you're going to find the gradient first. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so this will be 0 minus 6 over 8 minus 0. What do we get? Negative 6 over 8. What do we get? We're going to get negative 2 over 3i. Okay, so in other words, our gradient is equal to negative 2 over 3. Then now using x1 and y1, we can find the equation of a line. We say y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x1. Okay, so y minus y1 is 6 is equals to m, the gradient is negative 2 over 3, then x minus x1 is 0. Okay, so you're going to have y minus 6 is equal to here negative 2 over 3x. This one it will be minus 0. Okay, so you take the 6 this side, y is equal to negative 2 over 3x plus 6. So this is the equation. Now we need to find the sign that we are going to use. So looking at this line, this is a board line, and all board lines, okay, all board lines can either have this symbol or this symbol. Okay, so we're going to use 0 as our test point. 0, 0. So this means that the x and the y are both 0, right? So we're going to put 0 here and here. So 0 is equal to, if we put this here 0, everything will be 0. plus 6. So 0 is equal to 6. So let's see now, use either of these. So 0 is less than 6 or 0 is greater than 6. So between these two statements, which one is correct? This one, 0 is less than 6. So now this one means that 0 was shaded, but then you notice 0 is not shaded. 0 is, what is shaded is on this line. So the sign we are going to use is this one. So the correct sign here is basically going to be y is greater than or equal to negative 2 over 3x plus what? Plus 6. And these are the four inequalities that we are looking for. Okay, so question 22. Question 22 is given by y is equal to 2x squared minus 4x plus 3. It says find dy dx. So very simple here. We're just going to use this formula. Okay, this is the formula we're going to use. So we start with this one. So here n must be the power of xi. So the power of x here, it is 2. Then a is the coefficient, which is the number in front of x, which is 2 also. Then x n, that's n is 2i, so 2 minus 1. So this will give us 4x. 2 minus 1, 1 we don't write, I will leave it like this. We go to the next one. So that will be 4. So whenever x is raised to the power 1 here, you just drop the xi. So the answer is just minus 4 here. The dy dx of a constant number, a number without x is 0, so it's 0, so we won't even show it here. Okay, so dy dx here is just 4x minus 4. Okay, and question 22b. Okay, question 22b says the sketch shows the graph. Okay, what's the question saying here? Question says okay, so this question wants us to find the minimum point, which is the turning point here. Okay, so for the minimum point, okay, so for the minimum point, you get the equation, the curve. Okay, you differentiate it first to find dy dx. Okay, because at this point dy dx is equal to 0. Okay, so you are going to do the same thing we did. Okay, so the power here is 2, the coefficient is 1, so it is x. Okay, so this will be 2x. Here I said if the x is raised to the power 1, you ignore it, you just write negative 2. If it's 0 here, don't even write it. So this is what you have. So here now we know dy dx is 0, so put this one to 0. Take it this side, so 2x will be equal to 2 over 2 over 2, so x is equal to what? 1. Okay. So now the turning point, it's given by x comma y. Now our x we found it's 1. To find y, you go back to this equation, x squared minus 2x minus 8. So you put 1 where there is x, this one that we've calculated. That will be 1 minus 2 minus 8, and the answer to be 11. Okay, sorry, not 11. 1 minus that would be negative 9. Okay, so it is 1 comma negative 9. Okay, that's our answer for this one. Then the last question, which is the speed time graph. Let's read the question. Let's see. So this question reads that the diagram below is a speed time graph of an object. The object starts from rest and accelerates uniformly for 2 seconds until it reaches the speed of this. Okay, so we can see from the diagram here. So question A, find the retardation. So the retardation is this one, which is the same as the deceleration. So this is acceleration and retardation. So in the first 5 seconds, in the last 5 seconds, so from 10 to this one is 5. So we are just going to say that according to our solution, we are going to say that acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. So here your initial velocity is where it's coming from. It was at 10, then it went to 0. Okay, so that will be 10. Sorry, no, this is the final. Okay, so the final is where it's going. It ended here at 0. So 0 meters per second minus 10 where it was coming from. The time here is 5. So that will be negative 10 over 5. That will give us negative 2 meters per second squared. This is the retardation. The distance traveled in the first 10 seconds. This first 10 seconds. Okay. So this is a trapezium. So question B, if you have a trapezium like this, so this is the height, this is A, and this is BI. And we can use the formula area is equals to half A plus B, then H. So half A is this distance. So the distance, this one, you say 10 minus 2, that will give you 8. Okay, so write 8. Then B is the length here. So from 10 to 0, so 0 to 10, that's just 10. 10. Then the height is the length here. From here to here is what? It's 10. Okay, so 10 there. Then you put 2 there, 1, 2 there, 5, and this will give you 18. 18 by 5. What is 18 by 5? This is 40. 0 carry 4. 5 plus 9. 9. So you get 90 meters. Okay, you have 90 meters there. The last question says find the average speed of the whole journey. Okay, so for the whole journey, let's just find the total distance. Okay, so speed will be equal to total distance over total time. Now total distance, let's find the last distance in the last 5 seconds. We use the formula of a triangle. So this is the base, which is 5. The height is still 10. There are 1, there are 5, so you get 25. So to find the total distance now, you add plus the one we found here, 25 meters. What do we get? 90 plus 25, that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 1 plus 115, okay. So the total distance was 115 meters. The total time from here to here is 15. Okay, 15 seconds. Then what do we get now? 115 divided by this. Okay, so it's 7.67 meters per second, and that's the speed. Okay, so that marks the end of this question paper. I hope you've been helped. We answered all the questions from 2020 to November. Okay, so kindly let me know what you think on the comment section, and also if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, share the link to the channel with your friends, so that we may have a lot of subscribers on our channel. This will support us very much.